So today is about graphing linear functions 4, and it's transforming linear functions. All right, so it says to graph a given linear function, then translate the function, draw and write the equations of both the original and the new line using a map color and a pencil. So if you don't have a map color and pencil with you right now, you need to pause the video and go grab one. All right, assuming you now have the tools you need, let's go ahead and look at some examples. All right, so it says graph y equals 3x minus 1, then shift the line 2 units up. All right, so just as a reminder, when we were graphing, all right, we wrote down the equations. So 3x minus 1. We identified from slope-intercept form that this the number with x, coefficient of x, would be our slope. So our slope is 3. The number being added or subtracted, our constant, would be our b value, which is -1, and that would give us the point 0, -1. So we would go to our graph and place a point at -1, and then a slope of 3 would be 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1. And we're out of room that way, so let's try the reverse. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. Okay, and then you would want to connect those with a straight edge. So you just grab my straight edge here and we go through these points. Alright, I want to probably put some arrows on the end to indicate that these lines go on forever. Alright, so that's the graph y equals 3x minus 1. Now it says to shift the line 2 units up. Okay, I'm going to change colors so that we can see the difference. Right now we're sitting here on the y-axis at -1, so 2 units up from there would be 0, +1. That would be 2 units up. So if I take the whole line up 2 units up, then this first point would go 2 units up, 2 units up, 2 units up. Okay, and then down this way from here, 2 units up, 2 units up. Okay, so now I have those points, and then I would put my straight edge to it. Okay. Right up there. So that would be our second line. Okay, so now we have to go about filling this in after the fact. So we've translated the line up 2 units. So in order to write the equation, I need to know my slope and y-intercept. Well, I'm looking at these and they appear to be parallel lines, so I think my slope is the same, but I should probably count just to be sure. So let's see. I'm starting here at this point. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. Okay, I'm getting the same slope. So my slope is going to be 3. And so I know that that's going to be y equals 3x. All right, so now what about my b value? Well, b is where it's crossing the y-axis. So I look at the y-axis and it's crossing here at +1. So at the point 0, 1 is where that was located. Okay. So that means that my equation is y equals 3x plus 1. All right, let's look at another example. Graph y equals -x plus 2, then shift the line 4 units down and multiply the slope by 3. Okay, so our first is going to be -x plus 2, where the b is 2, with a coordinate 0, 2, and our slope is -1. I'm going to go ahead and write that as a fraction because we know we're going to move rise over run. So we go to 2, and we go down 1 to the right 1. Or we could go up and to the left 1. Use our straight edge. And there we have the line. Y equals negative x plus 2. Oh, you know what? We didn't label our lines on the previous. Let's go back and do that. Our first line here was y equals 3x minus 1. And our second line was y equals 3x plus 1. Okay? Alright. Alright, so now we want to shift the line 4 units down. Right, I'm going to change colors because this will be where you're using your map color. And 4 units down, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 units down, but I'm not moving the whole, I'm moving the whole line, but I'm also changing the slope. So multiplying the slope by 3, so that's the original slope was negative 1. So this would be negative 1 times 3, or negative 3 slope. Okay? Negative 3 over 1, so I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. Okay? Or up 1, 2, 3, and to the left 1. Alright, so there's my new line, and we need to put our straight edge to it. Okay, so this is our line. Oh, well, we haven't got the equation yet. Okay, so let's see, it's going through the y-axis at negative 2. So b is negative 2. Just the coordinate 0, negative 2. And so we put that together, y equals mx, so negative 3x plus b, which would be negative 2. So I'm just going to write minus 2. All right, so this is y equals negative 3x minus 2. All right, let's see what else we can do. Graph 9x minus 3y equals 18, then change the y-intercept to 2 and multiply the slope by 1/3. Okay, so to graph 9x minus 3y equals 18, most efficient way I know to do that is to solve for y. So we would subtract 9x from both sides of the equal sign, and we'd have negative 3y equals 18 minus 9x. Divide everything by negative 3. And I get y equals negative 6 plus 3x, or 3x minus 6. So the b value is minus 6, or negative 6. And the slope is 3, which we'll write as a fraction 3 over 1. Okay, so negative 6, counting down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let me switch back to black because you should be using your pencil here, right? Okay, so we're using our regular pencil at -6. We have a slope of +3, so 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. All right. Pick up our straight edge. Okay, and that's our line 9x minus 3y equals 18. All right, so now we're supposed to change the y-intercept to 2. So they don't even want us to move it this time. They just said change it to 2. Okay, so we changed it to 2. Then multiply the slope by 1/3. Okay, the slope here was 3, so if we take 3 times 1/3, we get 1. So we have a slope of 1. So we're going to go up 1 and to the right 1. And we pick up our straight edge. So our B value is 2, and we put that together and we have y equals 1x, or x, plus 2. Okay, let's look at another. Graph x minus 2 equals 0, then shift the line 3 units to the left. Okay, so x minus 2 equals 0. We'd add 2 to both sides. So x equals 2, which means the x-intercept is going to be at 2, 0. Right, because that's what we've talked about before. Intercepts, the x-intercept, the y value is 0. The slope, well, it's an x equals line, so the slope is undefined. All right, so we go to 2 on the x-axis, and we have a vertical line through there. So the line x equals 2. Then we want to shift this line 3 units to the left. So this direction is the left, okay, correct? So if we go 3 units, 1, 2, 3, we're now at -1. We have our new line here at 1, so our slope is still undefined. Our x-intercept is at -1, 0, so our line is x equals -1. So x equals -1. All right, so that's how we translate lines. Translate means to move them. So you should be ready to translate your own lines on Graphing Linear Functions 4 handout.